week, their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Looking to throw on second down. Fletcher sets up the screen to Robinson. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Falcons. Bijan Robinson, his 104th career touchdown, one shy of Tim Brown on the all-time list. And the Falcons will jump on top with the game's first score here this afternoon. Extra point attempt to follow here. It's good, and that gives the Falcons a 7-0 lead. Atlanta's 11 ready to go, and they kick it away. Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And not a good return here at all, as they'll be forced to start at the 12-yard line.
For most people, the excitement of a kickoff return is to see a long one that goes back in the opposite direction. But for the guys covering it, it's being able to stop them deep in their own territory. How about that incredible form tackle right there? Shoulder in the ball carrier, and down he goes.
Here we go. We're going to lead up the Bengals here, 1st and 10 at their own 12-yard line. They'll start this drive out on the ground. Taking it right down Broadway. Inside the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A great effort there. 88 yards. And the Bengals are able to strike back quickly with an opening touchdown of their own. Boy, Charles, this offense is just so explosive. They lead the league in scoring, and another example of just how good they are right there on that play.
Yeah, we often overstate about how explosive teams are, but this team is truly a threat to score on every snap, especially on the first few plays of any series. And a big strike like that only adds to their reputation as the league's best offense.
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Even though they might not find the #1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs. And
confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. You talk about this Bengals defense. They were very solid last week in the victory over Baltimore.
And the big thing for them was the interceptions. And you hear teams all the time talk about establishing themselves against the pass. You know, no-fly zones and things of that nature. This group had a bunch of them in last week's game.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have a Falcons first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Someone sharp in this game. I mean, a touchdown pass in the first drive. He comes right back, and he's flinging it around really well here.
Really nice throw there to pick up the first down. You kind of just feel a laser focus and confidence about him, and I think we saw that this week, didn't we? Talking to him and the coaches, they felt good about his performance coming up.
Yeah, I was really impressed with that last practice we saw when they went through a 2-minute drill, when they went through all the different situations. Ball hardly hit the ground, and I thought, yeah, he might be locked in for this one.
3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, I don't know if it's exactly a win-win, but if you're on offense, you'll take that kind of a run, all right? It was kind of stacked up, found a little bit of yardage, and frankly, they're pretty close to staying on schedule on offense. The playbook is still open for the coordinator.
And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals' 2. They give him 17 yards that time as that'll move the chains.
And I feel a little bit like a traitor as a former defender because that big man did not want to go down and refused to go down. If you're a defender and you don't get the right angle on a big tight end like him, he can run right through you like you're not even there, and he did a lot of that on that play.
There he goes, right side. Touchdown, Falcons. Drake London, his second rushing touchdown of the year. And the Falcons have taken the lead.
And to me, the key to a wide receiver run like that is getting around the first edge guy. It's often like a punt return, but make that first guy miss, because if you can do that successfully and get upfield, we know good things can happen. He's able to take that one into the end zone.
Now they'll line up to kick the extra point. It's up and good, and it's 14-7 now here in the first quarter. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. He will return this from deep in the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
The Bengals drive about to get going.
Well, partner, you know, coaches always say that every play is designed to score a touchdown. Sometimes that's not really true, but last drive, that was the case. One play to get into the end zone, and now they'll try to duplicate that success here.
And it's rare for those moments to happen. Incredible when they do. And you saw the celebration. Pure, unbridled joy after that one.
Here's 2nd and 7.
11 MT.
And they'll keep leaning on the running game back to the ground. And that'll hurt the average a bit as this time they're able to get him behind the line. It'll go down as a 2-yard loss, and it brings up a 3rd down.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Here we go.
They'll be in search of 8 yards here as they hope to convert the first down.
Now they go play action now. Burrow. That is caught. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. A pickup of 24 on the 3rd down conversion. That's the number 2 receiver in the NFL in terms of yardage. And tell you what, a few more plays like that, he won't be number 2 for long.
Well, that's what often happens when you have competitors running around the field. These guys know where they stand in relationship to yardage, totals, numbers, the whole deal. And let's face it, all of them, they all want to be number 1.
They'll send a receiver in motion to the left.
11 MT.
Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Man open, that's Jamar Chase complete. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. But a nice little gain. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards, and it's 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
This will be a loss of 3, and now a much tougher 3rd down looming.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains.
Able to find the open man. That's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
He's fresh off that 3-touchdown performance last week that got him AFC Offensive Player of the Week, so you know that he was already on their radar. Now he's maybe even a bigger plane on their radar.
Bigger plane. I mean, he is the big dot on that screen that they're looking at and saying, how in the heck do we stop him? They're going to try a bunch of different things, different people covering him, but right now he's locked in and is in sync with his quarterback.
Start of the second quarter, and it's the Bengals in control of the football as they've got it with a 1st and 10.
Just set. 12.
They'll bring a receiver in motion left. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. And little room to maneuver there. He gets it down to about the 39. Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
So, CD, here we are. You look at how well this offense has played all year. 16-0. Now, in most years, they'd be at home right now enjoying time off for their perfect season, getting ready for the postseason. But this is the decade of the 2020s, so that means 17 games are what's needed to get through a perfect season. Would a win here make them an all-timer for you?
It would. It absolutely would. And I realize we're not comparing apples to apples because of the length of regular seasons. But if you think back to the 1972 Dolphins, they were 14-0 in the regular season. 3 wins made them a Super Bowl champion, so they were 17-0 total. Imagine getting through 17 now and then continuing on and winning the Super Bowl. They're an all-timer team already for me.
For 2 on 3rd down conversions on this drive. This one tough. They need 9 yards on 3rd down.
And Burrow going to change the play. And just a little too lackadaisical, Charles, and they didn't get up and snap the ball in time. Delay of game.
Yeah, and I'm not sure if he understood where the clock was located. In different stadiums, it's in different places. You have to check that in pregame and make sure you're aware so you don't run into penalties like these.
Here we go.
After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
11.
Burrow looking to pass.
Trying to get it to Chase, but it's intercepted. Clark Phillips has got it. Down the left sideline.
And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Falcon defense has a touchdown.
It just appeared there that the defense, they had that read from the moment the ball was snapped. And not only did they get the interception, add a nice return on top of it, all the way into the end zone for a defensive touchdown.
Yeah, and the guy made the play. He gets the points. But it really was a group effort, wasn't it? How about the coaches? They've got to be so excited. All the preparation, time in the film room. It translated into a big play that put points on the board for their team.
So they throw the pick six. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air.
Now this will be returned from deep in the end zone. And he'll wind up getting a couple extra yards here for his trouble and bringing it out of the end zone as he's down at the 27.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
And they, as mentioned, unbeaten to this point in the year, but you think this game, their toughest test yet.
I absolutely do, because to me, this is a good measuring stick game because they've been able to take advantage of the schedule. But here, this is another team leading its division with an eye on making a Super Bowl run, so this game is crucial.
And how about the burst here to begin the drive? Another big gain on the ground. This one good for 17 more. 115 yards for him now on the ground as he goes over the century mark here. I'd say he's ready for the playoffs ahead, no doubt.
Here we go, here we go.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down.
Now a handoff running through the middle. And down inside the 40 to about the 38. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3. A lot of running backs, a little bit of a disadvantage when you start talking MVP. Might not be the case this year. You think he's got a shot, don't you?
I do. I think he's got more than a shot. But what he's going to need here down the stretch this late in the season, he needs that big closing game, that game that we're all going to reflect on and go, oh, my goodness, did he put up a number, let's say, 200-plus?
Open man downfield is Chase. He's got it.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 14.
11 mighty.
Now it's Burrow. Touchdown, Bengals.
Jamar Chase
with career touchdown number 176, moving him past Emmitt Smith and into 2nd place all time.
And the Bengals are back within a score.
Great corner route there. Not only able to catch it, turn it upfield, and get into the end zone.
It usually involves a little bit of an extra move, doesn't it? You've got to get them thinking that you're moving to the middle of the field and you're breaking away to that corner. Boy, that was well executed.
Extra point by McPherson, up and good.
And they're back within a touchdown at 21-14.
After the touchdown, McPherson on to kick this one away. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further. And we got a pause following the play because it appears a member of the Bengals in some discomfort. Now, this is just the last thing you want to see in the final week of the regular season. Well, I hope he's okay. We'll step aside and be right back.
Throwing to start the drive.
Fletcher. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
That certainly appeared to be a play call where they were just trying to make 2nd down, 2nd and short. I think they thought the coverage was off a little bit more than it was. Nice job there pressing up on it and forcing the incompletion.
Throwing again. Fletcher. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. That'll leave them with a 3rd and 2 coming up. They got 8 yards there. Looking to throw. Fletcher. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete.
Finally, this defense makes a stand. They'd given up touchdowns on their first 2 drives, but here they said, we've got to put a stop to that. Good coverage there to force a punting situation and a 4th down.
The Falcons send out their punter as he's on to punt for the first time this afternoon. And he gets it away, a directional kick going toward the sideline. And this punt goes out of bounds, and it'll be marked inside the 40. The Bengals drive about to get going.
This drive here beginning probably with a pair of motivated groups. Remember, the offense scored a touchdown on their last time out, looking to repeat that in Charles's defense. They were very frustrated after giving up 6 the last time on the field.
And frankly, it's just a battle of wills in a lot of ways because you know they're both motivated. They both game plan for this drive, and they both have specific outcomes in mind. To me, it just comes down to who can execute better and which side can step up and assert its will over the other.
Well, he's broken off some big-time runs here in this first half.
Yeah, and let's just face it. When you go into a game, you think you've got the plays that are going to work, but when you actually get out there and they're starting to happen, your confidence rises, and he's running with terrific ability right now.
11, Thomas.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And maybe a measure of revenge there. He's had his way in this one, but this time they get him behind the line.
11. 12.
Chase, the motion man right.
Burrow now off the bootleg. He's got his man on the crossing route. Still on his feet. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A great play there. His first touchdown on the year.
And the Bengals are an extra point away now from tying this ball game.
As a former DB, you might not like to see that, but from a wide receiver's perspective, those are the plays they dream of.
Correct on both counts, all right? Because once he took off, I mean, let's face it, that should have been done in Big Sky Country. Aren't any speed limits out there? And off he went. Glad I wasn't the one trying to chase him.
A couple of teams locked into a good one here. 21 all the score as the kick's away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25.
Here we go.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
As we eke closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is what close games feel like because the pressure is on both sides, but sometimes the pressure is a little bit higher on the team with the slight edge because they're trying to hold on to that, trying to increase it. Let's see how this one continues.
Come on, set.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10.
Here's a screen for Robinson.
And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
To throw on 3rd down, Fletcher.
All right, rifles one, and that's going to be intercepted.
And they will set up shop in enemy territory at the 42-yard line. That pick is 9th on the season.
Remember we were kids and you were playing Little League Baseball, and they penciled you in the 9 spot in the order? That wasn't so good, was it?
Were you in the 9 hole?
Or you played the 9 position, right field. That wasn't so great.
That wasn't good. You're picking dandelions out there.
Exactly.
But the 9 picks
9 picks, you want that in a big way. That's a great season.
Heck of a season.
Burrow gets this one quickly out wide. Now he's loose down the left sideline.
Touchdown! A great effort there. With touchdown number 29, too short of LaDainian Tomlinson's all-time record 31.
And the Bengals have taken the lead.
Extra point splits the uprights, and they will take a 7-point lead. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away.
And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25.
Okay, ready?
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. And Charles, we'll see what they can do here. Not a ton of time left, but enough certainly to get points out of this drive, and they need them right now because they're trailing.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. It's a big play there for Atlanta. 45 yards.
And the offense is saying to itself right now, only they were all this easy because he was wide open. And once he made the catch, plenty of room to work his way downfield. That was a breakdown on the defensive side of the ball, one that they want to fix immediately.
And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
15 more yards there, and quickly another first down.
But think of it like you would a typical boxing match. The person is on his heels and absorbing blows is having a tough time. And that's what's happening to the defense right now because the offense is on his toes and punching, and there was another first down run right there.
Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And a broken tackle could not free him.
Taken down right at the 10-yard line. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime.
Here we go.
Ball sits on the 10, 2nd and 5.
Needle. Hut.
Straight ahead, it's Robinson. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. A loss on that play, and now 3rd down gets tougher, 3rd and 6.
He's got exactly what you're looking for, the ability to not just diagnose a play and quickly, but to make a play as well. Nice job there tackling him for a loss.
Ready.
Here's 3rd and 6.
Strike. Check. Strike.
Operating from the gun. Fletcher. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Miles Murphy. He's the culprit. Causes a loss of 5, and it brings up 4th down. And we're going to get a timeout with 2 seconds remaining in the 2nd quarter. So with 2 ticks left here in the half, on is the field goal unit. And they're going to take a timeout defensively. So with 4th down coming up, they go ahead and burn it and say we'll see what happens. So they won't get a touchdown, but here's a chance to at least get 3 to end the first half. A 33-yarder from the left hash. And his kick here is good. And that will do it for this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth ready for quarter number 3. Both these offenses have been in fine form. What will the second half bring us as we are underway in quarter 3? Well, from deep in the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line. The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive. And Charles, for them, pretty good first half on the ground. They had some success running the ball in quarters 1 and 2, and they got the lead. Now a chance to expand upon that lead here with their first drive in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, and believe it or not, you and I have noticed that this great game of football has shifted towards pass first, run second. So for me, it's really nice to see some of these teams keeping the ground game as a big component of their offense, and it's working pretty well for them now. And let's face it, they can continue to do damage with it. And in addition, it sets up the pass game really well for them too.
On 2.
2nd and 7. They'll send a receiver in motion left. He's going to handle it on the touch pass. And he'll work this one up to about the 38. A nice play design there with the touch pass. Looked good at the start, but bottom line, the defense was ready.
And they did a nice job scouting, didn't they? Not just scouting, but now executing once they saw the play for real after having worked on it all week in practice. They drilled on the play, then they drilled him.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. They'll bring a receiver in motion left. 3rd and 2, now Burrow. He had a man open, but he missed him, and it's incomplete.
And so many times we look at the opening drive of the third quarter as a tone setter, and many coaches do emphasize it, and that's a strong performance there defensively to force incompletion and, more importantly, force a quick punting situation.
Fielded at the 20. It's a 40-yard punt, 6 yards on the return, and the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive.
Ready.
They'll start the drive here with an end around. And he'll go down right at the 30-yard line. It's a pickup of 4, and it'll bring up 2nd down. Off play action. Fletcher. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. The result, only 4 yards there on the play. And now that sets up 3rd and 2.
Well, the strategy was evident there. Get it to your tight end and make it a one-on-one play with a cornerback. Who's usually going to win that one?
The tight end, but not there.
Not in this situation. How about the corner defeating that logic and making a really nice tackle?
And he is going to have a Falcons first down by a couple of yards as they're able to convert there on 3rd and 1.
So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
Robinson up the middle.
And he's going to be stopped up quickly here. Just a yard up to the 39.
I have to think a major focus at a halftime meetings had to be figuring out how to create space for the running game to get operating.
Well, what you pointed out to me at half seems accurate. That line has struggled to sustain blocks.
Yeah, I would agree with that totally. They've got to focus on staying on their double teams at the first level, make sure that block's secured before they slide off and try and chip someone at the second level.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete.
Partner, what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
On 3rd down, Fletcher. And that is incomplete.
1 first down here, and that's all, folks. Good work by this defense to hold things in check and force a punting situation.
The Falcons send out their punter as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Taken in at the 22.
A very nice punt that time, but they get 11 back on the return.
And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. The Bengals drive about to get going. And our game's hit a little bit of a lull here, a little bit of a snag. Punts on back-to-back drives.
And old school coaches don't necessarily mind that. Didn't turn it over, right? Didn't create a big play for the other team. Right now what you're looking for is, can you gain an advantage in field position? And that's what both teams are seeking right now.
Yeah, they'll be seeking to gain that advantage here on this drive.
Here we go.
And they'll come up 2nd and 7.
11 mighty. 11 mighty. 11, 11, 11. 12, 12, 12.
And now they'll run it here off tackle. And shedding the tackle, and now some room.
He's still on his feet. Inside the 10.
And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A big play there with his 2nd touchdown of the afternoon.
And the Bengals are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead.
I know I should keep the focus and the spotlight on the hero that just scored, but tackling's been an issue for this defense all game long. I can't set that aside. We just saw it again here. Missed tackles leads to his long touchdown run.
Point after, right down the middle. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kicking team out now for the Bengals as they'll send this one away. And that one will bounce out of the back of the end zone, so we will start here at the 25. About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line. Over on the sideline, hoping to hit that reset button between possessions. Last time out, they had to punt it away. This time, hoping to finish this thing off in the end zone. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30.
Well, they still have time to get him established, but in my estimation, they've got to pick up the urgency here. They've got to get quickly in and out of the huddle and run off a bunch more plays.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Again, it's Robinson. And he gets this up across the 35 before he's out of bounds. 7 yards there and a first down.
Getting had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Ready?
On 1st and 10, it's Robinson. And he'll muscle his way up to the 43 for a pickup of right around 5.
Oh, that was a thing of beauty right there. Look at how quick those blockers fired off the line once the ball was snapped. That was an O-line on a mission, all in sync, and the defense is lucky that play only picked up 5 yards.
52 blaster.
Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. So just 3 yards on the completion there. And that's going to bring up 3rd and 2.
It's a gain of 3. Brings up 3rd and 2.
Offensive line wasn't set. There's the flag, and 5 yards back they go.
Quarterback has to look around and make sure that his team is ready to go. Sometimes the quarterbacks go faster than is necessary.
And a manageable 3rd down becomes a lot less manageable. 3rd and 7 after the false start. Back to throw. Fletcher. The Bengal pressure gets him that time. Down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there. A loss of 6 yards on the sack. And they went empty backfield, and because of that, nobody was there to pick up the blitz.
And you know that offenses, when they go with the empty backfield, they have different things designed on every play to try to account for things. But what people often forget, defense is audible as well. And a lot of times when they see an empty backfield, they audible right into a blitzing situation.
And they're indeed going to go for it here on 4th down. So trailing here in the last quarter. Let's see how this plays out. Got to try it here. He's back to throw. And it's going to be batted down. And will go the other way with the football. The Falcons go for it, but it doesn't work out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position.
Here we go. 12, 12, 12.
First down. Here's Burrow. That is caught right at the 10-yard line. Touchdown, Bengals. A great play there. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Bengals look poised to reach 17-0 as they add on to their lead. Well, this, of course, set up by the stop a moment ago on 4th down, and now that might be the score that puts this one officially out of reach.
And it's a tough one because your hands are tied when you're losing in the 4th quarter because you know you've got to make something happen. They couldn't pick up the first down, and after that, the air just went right out of the balloon, and you knew you were looking at a defeated team.
The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go, set.
The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. Remember, they have won 3 straight, but getting to 4 straight does not appear to be in the cards as they are in a big fourth-quarter hole. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40.
56 yards rushing for him now on what was his 10th carry of the ball game.
So after a run like that, I will guarantee that the head coach is saying to himself, maybe even over his headsets to the rest of the staff, where was that all game long? We needed that. That's the type of run we planned for going into the game. Didn't get much of that, but let's move it forward. Let's build on it, get ready for the next week, and let's go play. We've seen this quite a few times in this game. Offensive line unable to keep leverage, unable to keep people away, facing a lot of pressure. Fortunate just to get rid of it.
One of the reasons they're down is that inability, though, to stop the pressure. We saw another.
Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Daxton Hill picks it off. With the points that we've seen scored, neither defense has been at their best, but these guys, they've been a little bit better, Charles, and a nice interception there.
Yeah, you're right about that, Brandon. Let's face it. It's not always how you start, it's how you finish, right? So maybe you have a rough game all the way along, but if you make a big play like that at the right time, it can make everything turn out just okay.
A quick throw by Burrow is complete. And he's in for the score. And his spectacular season continues as he ties the NFL touchdown record.
He is phenomenal.
And you wonder now if he might be able to remove the helmet, put on the baseball cap, and watch the rest of this one from the sideline. His 5th touchdown pass of the game.
Say that again. Did you say 5th touchdown pass of the game?
Yes, sir.
Boy, that's a heck of a performance, isn't it? Because they've had no answer for him at all game long. Receivers have been open constantly, and he hasn't missed a single one of them.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. And he's only going to make it to the 13-yard line and no further.
In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
About set to begin their next drive, the Falcons offense at the line.
Well, this game, it has had no shortage of offense. They've been able to put up a decent amount of points on this side, Charles. They just have not been able to keep pace with the other offense they're going against here.
Yeah, it's a good way of pointing things out because now it's not a total loss because, as you said, they've scored some points, so there's some plays they can build on, moments where the game plan actually worked. But overall, though, they were just out personnel. They were going up against a team that's playing at an elite level.
They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up.
On the set. Hey, check mega. Set.
Looking to throw. Fletcher.
That is incomplete.
Even with such a big lead late, the effort hasn't lapsed one bit. If the offense wants to score some points in this one, they're going to have to earn it. These guys are not giving up anything.
The Falcons send out their punter, standing just about on his own goal line. So the punt rolls out of bounds, and they'll have pretty good field position here up near the 40-yard line.
36-yard line.
Here we go.
The Cincy offense about ready to go here on their next drive.
Well, they don't really need the points here, Charles, given what we're looking at on the scoreboard, but they've scored on 3 consecutive possessions, 3 consecutive drives, and I'm sure that they would like to keep that streak going here and continuing to pour it on.
And things have gotten that way in the NFL, haven't they, partner? Because in the old days, people would, they'd get off the gas a little bit, right? But now, people continue to accelerate. But we'll see what they decide to do as they come out for this one. But the way that this game has gone, they've got to be awfully happy with their execution overall.
And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Man, 220 yards rushing now for the NFL leader coming into this ball game. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. Another nice gain, 16 yards there and a first down again. No doubt those are the types of carries they're looking for here, Charles. The lead in the fourth quarter. This is when coaches that have a reliable running game, they breathe a little easier on the sideline.
Yeah, they love the idea that they can take the air out of the football at this point of the game.
Here we go.
That means they're really counting on that offensive line, counting on the runners, taking care of the football. Because you're going to tell your quarterback, hey, no time to be a hero. We're not going to throw it here. Just eat up that clock. And if you have the ball, they can't score.
Flushed out right. Oh, a Cardinal sin there, thrown back over the middle, and it's intercepted. And the Falcons will take over here at their own 14-yard line. The Atlanta offense out there for their next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
And pressure coming, and they got him once again. They get to him for a loss of 4, and it brings up third down on the sack.
Ready?
Back to throw. Fletcher. This is caught by Robinson. There he goes left side. And they'll get him down here at the 23. An incredible play there. They do get big yardage, but they're still stopped a yard or 2 short, and it's 4th down.
Well, partner, they've used him quite well out of the backfield in this one. And here's another nice example. They set up the screen, and he's able to pick his way downfield for a nice gain there.
Strikers, 3-3.
As expected, they're going for it to keep the drive alive. And boy, that's going to be close. He didn't get much at all there, but he got the first. Looked like they might have held him defensively, but the referee signals it will be a first down. Handoff now to Robinson. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. Looking to throw. Fletcher. And he drops it incomplete. And their struggles continue here.
This has obviously been a bad loss, but one of the few things they can still do is try and throw the ball all the way to the end zone and get some points on the board so they're not shut out over the final 2 quarters of this game.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Fletcher. And he's going to be intercepted for the 3rd time thus far. And they take over. They'll set up shop at the 46-yard line. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
11 MT, 11 MT.
That one looks like he'll throw here. Looking left sideline, it's complete. And they're going to be set up down around the 15-yard line. It'll go as an impressive 31-yard gain.
And even with the game seemingly in hand, they're continuing to fire away, pressing the ball down the field. Listen, it's worked all day. No reason to go away from it now.
So after the big play, look at this, all the way down at the 15 now on 1st and 10. Burrow going to get this out to Chase. So no gain on the play, and that's going to bring up 2nd down.
Well, that was a simple throw and catch, but even with that completion, 0 yards gained, so they're behind schedule on down and distance.
I think they were hoping to get it to him. He could make a man or two miss, but that window closed quickly. Burrow bats it forward. It's a jet sweep.
And he'll do a nice job here just to fight his way back to the line of scrimmage.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And he takes it in for the score on the game's final play, so it doesn't affect the outcome, but a little whipped cream on top to their ending.
Or as our friends in Bayou Country would say, that's a little lagniappe, a little extra on top.
Charles, a lot of happy faces heading into the tunnel as this one ends, and understandably so. Not only did they get the win, but boy, their offense was on fire in this.